Hi everybody, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs. I'm here with a quick flip through of some journals that I just finished, and I thought I would go through them pretty quickly. I'm going to go through one a little bit slower, and then the other two, they're very similar. They are very vintage little golden books, and I will show you them, and then they're a lot the same, but then they're different. They're not the same, okay? But I will show you them individually, and I'm going to do 3 of them. Okay, so this one is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and it is a little golden book, and I do it to where the cover is not cut, that it's the full size, and the pages are full size, and they're in order, and they're in the journal. So on the side, I did these cute little buttons. This is a 2-inch spine, and then this would be, I don't know what the typical little golden book is, but it would be the normal size, 8 by 6 3/4. Okay, so and then it's with a 2-inch spine. It has 2 signatures, approximately 80 pages. It has Tyvek in the middle with material to put the spine together. The signatures are held in with the thread, but it also has buttons on it too. So they're decorative buttons. It has a removable tassel. Has all the colors in the cover and everything on here. So I will put that over here. It has a lot of little jingle bells in there. Okay. Let me go in here. Let's see. It has vintage lace on the sides. What I do on my little golden books that are this vintage, I go ahead and I put lace on all of the pages of the book because they are older, and I glue it down, and that helps strengthen the edges of the page. It has 3 little paper clips that I put in there. The way that I did it is I put the material on the spine, and then I put this little gold rickrack because to me it's a little golden book, and the rickrack is reminiscent of the era. This is 1950s. You can tell this is a really old book just by looking at the back of the cover. It was 25 cents, so that means it's probably early 1950s or mid 1950s, and it is. So that is pretty much what I did. I put the gold around the edges because it is an older book, and you know, just to kind of maybe make them look a little nicer, because it's been here for, you know, I cleaned it off and everything as best I could, but it's in pretty good shape for a book that old. And then I put the little corners on here. It's held with a tie, a checkered tie with an eyelet on each side. And we'll just open it right up. Now this book is, this journal is, it's decorated, and it has all the pockets and everything. It has a bunch of stuff in it, but it is not decorated to the point that you can't decorate it. It's made so that you can add things to it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Almost everything in it, pretty much everything in it, is movable. You can move it around, you can take it out, you know, put it in as you like, and that's kind of, I did it that way so that you could make this your own. I left this original just because it was in pretty good shape, and I like to leave the original if I can. Anyway, this is the first part of the first signature. This is a vintage 1959 playing card. Okay, you get all of this really cool stuff in this little side pocket. I'm going to flip through it really quick here. And this is what I mean by it's movable. If you wanted to put that there, you could. I mean, you could glue this down and put it over here. All these cool little journaling cards too. These really fun things with it. And I tried to put things in it all from the 1950s era. And this is a Christmas card from that era. Put all this back. And is really, really kind of a cute, you know, little 1950-ish looking journal. And part of the reason I like to use these vintage type pieces in here is that the graphics go really well with the graphics of the story. Let's see, here's some more. There's tons and tons of decoration. This is just a little property of some other things in here. Here's a vintage picture of 1950 something. And here is a Santagram. Okay, so I'm going to put all these back. Here we go. And I'm probably not going to pull out everything in the other ones, but I will pull out a few things. But it's really fun stuff that you could really make your own. And if you were going to use this, you know, for a December daily or something, or if you give it to someone. Okay, there's just a piece of vinyl paper. And you can see that this is an older book. It's got that vintage look to it. This is 1958, okay? And I believe it's a first edition. Got a lot of little bags with tucks and things like that in there. And it has all kinds of really cool things that you can put all over the journal. I used a combination of digitals and scrapbook paper and my own dyed papers. So there's that. This is an envelope, and then there's two things in there in that pocket. And then there's things on the inside. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't decorate all the way. You could either write on that, you could put something else on it and make it a pocket, but there's lots that you can do. And there's lots of things put in here. This is a card. You can either write on it or you can add something to it. This is some of my dyed paper, more of the story. And you can see how the story part all has this vintage lace on it. And then here is another one that has some cards in it and some other pieces. That is supposed to go in here. There we go. Alright, and then there's more stuff in here. This thing really is loaded with all kinds of things to use. So it should be really fun for someone who gets this and wants to decorate. Okay. Put that in there. And this is a frame that you could put a picture in. Then we have a card here in this envelope. And then another card on the other side. So there's lots and lots of journaling. You could put pictures. You could put something else here, a picture here, whatever you wanted to do. And then there's some more of the paper. Another frame here that opens up here. Ledger paper. This is the Mary Englebright. Her Christmas comes but once a year, and then this one is Christmas time. This is her illustrations. And then again, see, here's another page. Most of the pages are in pretty good shape. There's a couple of them that have a piece of tape on it or whatever, but it is, you know, a really old book, so, but it's in pretty good shape. A doily, more of my dyed paper. This is the middle of the signature, and it has these cute little balls hanging from there. And here again. And then here is another poem. Something on the other side. I always put them this way because I like people to be able to see the whole thing. The back of that card. And then there should be something in here. Yep. And probably be one on this side too. Okay. And this particular journal, I mean, the book is not that easy to come by, but there's a whole set of numbers in here if you want to use them for, use this for December Daily. Some more of the vintage paper. Another Christmas card up. I figured on all of these you can do something with them, either write on them, or you can add another piece of paper, make it a pocket. And then here is that goes up in here. It's been made a pocket. And then we have some more over here. Like that. And we have stuff in this bag. All kinds of little cutouts and things that you can put all over the journal. And then here we have a vintage card from the 1950s Christmas card. Well, a playing card that is Christmas. And then you have all this stuff in here. All these really cool cutouts. And then all this stuff here. So let me put it all in here. And as I said, this is really meant for you to, decorate it as you want to. You can glue these down where you want, or, Okay. Move that here. Okay, and this is belly band. This is a vintage 1950s card. Here are some more journaling cards. All those back. Okay. Let's see here. We have some more cutouts. And I tried to have everything in there from that era. There's another picture. Yeah. So it looked like it really went with this journal. All right. And this one. So we have all these really cool things in there. Some more pictures. I'm not really going through what all these say and everything just because of time. I want to be able to get through all three of these. Put all those back in. This is vintage music paper. This is another card. Part of the story again. This is Ideals magazine. A Christmas story there. And then let's see what we have in here. We've got a few of these. And there's a whole bunch more stuff in there too. Let me see. I know I'm not even pulling half of this stuff out. I think this is that Dolly Dingle doll with her little Santa suit. Put her in there. Okay, and let's see here. This is Saturday Evening Post. I thought that went good with that too. We have this picture and then that one. Doily, more of the digital. This is another pocket. And Another pocket over here. Put all that back. And here is a bunch more stuff in here to use. And I didn't decorate you know, any of the bags or anything, because I thought that whoever gets this can do that. And here, this has a few little charms. And we have a few more things in here. Okay. This is an envelope, and we have 2 big journaling cards in there. Here we have the back of it. We have a Santa telegram and some other little things in there. I mean, you could really have a lot of fun with this because there's so much in it. Okay, and then there's the doily and another page. And you can see how the graphics really do go well with the rest of it. And we have that beautiful, I love that picture, the Norman Rockwell picture. Okay, and then this has some journaling cards in it. Another Ideals magazine picture, and then story. More vellum. The other part of that music paper, and then this is really cute Santa. Another 1950s picture. Another 1950s card. Put all these back. All right. Getting close to the end of this one. And oh, I didn't even point these out on each of the signature outer pages. There is this vintage lace here, and it has all these little danglies hanging off of them. So there's what, 4 of them in total, I think. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, the book does lay flat, so you definitely can write in it. That was that last page, and then here's this one, and we have a lot of other little things on here too. Just all kinds of stuff. Another 1950s picture, and an envelope. I don't know what it has in there. Oh, it has some journaling cards. Okay, so that is that pretty much. Put all that back. I really love this whole kind of vintage look, I guess. I don't know, just lots and lots and lots, like I said. You can put this stuff all over your journal. Okay, and then I have the gold trim and the material here, and of course I left that the same. And I do want to show you that each one of these comes with a little kind of kit. I'm going to go through that pretty quickly, and then I'm going to flip through the other ones real quick, okay? I'll tell you anything important about them, but for the most part, they're very similar. Let's see, that one had, I don't remember. Let me look. Okay, so, all right, so this one will go with that, I believe. Let me see what the pages were. Yeah. Okay, this one goes with that, but they're all pretty much the same. The only difference is the papers that I put in them. The extra papers, they all match what I put in here, okay? Because I matched all of the signature covers, okay? All these signature covers match in this book as far as the paper. So but all 3 bags will get something like this, and the only difference will be the papers. And let me show you quickly what's in it. That's why this would be a great gift for a kit. This has a bunch of tabs and some cutouts of Christmas trees and antlers. Put that back in there. And of course you can use all these little bags too. That's why I use them. This is a little glassine bag. And you could put this on a page. You could, do whatever. Here's another little bag. And this just has some different types of receipts that you could decorate and put in there. I think there's 3 different kinds. Then there's just some different index cards that you could use to put in there. So, and of course the bag. Then there's another glassine envelope, and it comes with just some tickets. This is a made to look old card, and then there's 3 other Christmas brighter cards in there. 4 other, I'm sorry. And that goes there. Then here we have, I think mainly there's different envelopes. Of course you can use this bag. Got this card. We've got that. Another envelope. A bingo card has 25 on it somewhere. You could circle that or put something, a sticker on it. And then another envelope. Okay, so all of those go in here. And this is just to add with, in addition to all the things that come in the journal. All that stuff is really meant for you to move around and put where you want. You get all this material that you can use anywhere. A lot of this is vintage. Some of it's not, but a lot of it is vintage. This is not, but pretty much everything else so far has been vintage. Oh, and this is not. That's it. Everything else is vintage. Okay, and then you get this cool little bag. And in that bag, we have a few little, wooden ornaments that you can decorate and put them in your journal if you want to. Or on your journal or whatever you want to do. And I have these little tiny cupcake tins in there. There's art pan things you can use them for decorations in your journal. Got these this cute little few pages of this thing that says milk. A couple of these felt things. I've used these before as pockets in my journal. And then you get 6 pieces of paper that coordinate with what's in there so that you can make pockets, tags, anything you want to do. You get some napkins that you can use to decorate with. And, and a doily. Here's a doily right here. So, and then a doily. So that is it as far as what you get. But, if you count all the stuff on the inside, because honestly, that is really made for you to move around and decorate and that kind of thing. So it would be a lot of fun for somebody who maybe hasn't ever done a December daily or is new to junk journaling, and then this way you're giving them just about everything that they need. All right. So anyway, you would get that along with the journal. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and go through the other journals. Not going to worry about that right now. All right, this one is Yogi Bear, and that one is, I think, a first edition also. 29 cents. You can tell on the back it's pretty old. And it does have a really cute tassel on it that goes with the colors in there. Here's the fabric, and then here's the buttons that are on there. Again, 2 signatures, same size, 80 pages approximately. And I did put the gold around the edges just because, I wanted it to look a little bit nicer. It does have the 3 paper clips on there too. And then it has, again, the tie closure. And then, of course, this one didn't have anything in it, but this little golden book belongs to. I left that in there because this is different on the newer ones. So you can tell it's very vintage. Okay, so I'm just going to go through this and just kind of pull it out quickly. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to just go through it, and you guys will just hear music, okay? Okay, this book is 1961. So, Hanna-Barbera. So that is, I believe, a first edition. And I've got these cute little gnome paper in there. Ooh, look at all that. All kinds of good stuff. There's even more in there. And this is very vintage paper here. This is very vintage music paper. And Norman Rockwell. Some more Norman Rockwell. Oh, and here is the middle of the signature right here. Vintage music paper, vintage paper. Here comes Santa Claus, and this picture. And there's some stuff. These are all the numbers. Oops. It's got this picture from an Ideals magazine. Got all of these cool things in here. Back in here. Coffee dyed paper, more of the page. And then you've got all of these. I'm going to pull that out. Got that Santa. All this stuff. All right. All right, and then there are are little charms on the pages also. There's another vintage card. We have all of this. I go through it all. Okay, and then here's the belly band here. It's a double belly band. This is a vintage Christmas card and some other journaling cards. Fit in there, probably not. Put that one under there. Put that right here, I think. And I never pointed this out, but you've got this checkered pattern on this vintage lace there. Got all this, pull it out here. So you've got all these. Cool picture. Vellum, old vintage paper, music paper, another vintage ledger paper, some more of the known digital paper. This has all kinds of fun stuff in it to use in your journal. Again, also that I didn't point out, the pages are all have the glue and then the lace, and that just keeps these from, when you're handling them, from them being too brittle. Go again. Of course, they're all in there in order, same. This is the middle signature, and we've got those again. And we've got all these. And then another Ideals magazine. And a doily. Another page. And all this stuff in here. This one. Other page. Got that. And also that. Oops. There we go. My little thing keeps moving. Some more coffee dyed paper. Vintage music paper. And then here we go. These are all of those. And we've got this cool picture. Vintage Christmas card. All right. Vintage postcard, I don't know if I said that. No, I'm just stuffing them back in here, but I don't want to take the time to reposition them all. And then here's the last page. Here's another vintage card. And then we've got all this stuff in here, which are these little cards here. Got a few of those. Got an envelope. Another 1950s picture. And then these, okay? So that is this journal. And it does come basically with the same thing as the other one, except the papers will match this. So it won't be any different as far as that goes. But you do get all these cool things to put in there. And that is that journal. I just have one left. And I have others that I've done that I'm going to be doing flip throughs on, but not today. Oops. This is Jingle Bells by Richard Scarry, and it is a first edition too. It's got the beautiful buttons on the back that match the material. I tried to always put the material to kind of go with the colors on here. Again, I put the gold around it and put the corner things on it because this is a very old book, and you can see on the back how old it is. And this one was 29 cents. So let's see. Again, it's held with just some satin ribbon with the eyelets. And here this has, I didn't do anything to this, even though Alice wrote her name up here, because I thought that you could use that in authentic. It has the gold trim, and here's our paper that goes with that. And again, I'm not really going to go through all these because I did it on the others, but it's very similar to the same thing. If there's anything really different, I'll tell you. Okay, let me put that in there. And I put all the pockets and everything in, but you can always add more because I gave you enough paper and everything, and you could use the some of the bags and things, but there's plenty of places to put things, guys. So vintage postcard and vintage what do you call it, picture. I'm just gonna put these back in there. I'll just point out the things that are a little different in each one. And there is the vintage playing card. And anyway, you can see this is this beautiful Richard Scarry illustrations. It's in very good condition. This is 1964, so but I think it's beautiful. And if you've ever looked at his books before, you can recognize the illustrations. Here's that. And some beautiful colored paper. And then I've used the little gnomes in there again. Very vintage paper. That. Got that. These little gnomes are really cute. Some more little things to use to put all over your journal. A vintage ledger. Again, all the pages are in order and intact, and I put the lace. This is all vintage lace. This one right here isn't, but all of the rest is. This is not vintage ribbon, but this is vintage lace. So, Norman Rockwell again. And then you've got those tabs for that. And then some more vintage ledger, another bag full of stuff. Okay. More of the digital, more of the Engelbright. I tried to put full pages with, you know, poems and things on there. See, vintage paper. Okay, got a little Santa sticking out over here. And what we have in here, all this other cute stuff. Okay, this was supposed to go over here, I think. Yeah, I think that was supposed to go in one of these. I don't remember exactly how it went, but one of these is supposed to be in here. Oh gosh, what am I doing here? There we go. I'm just not putting it in the right spot. can go back in here, but as you can see, you have a ton of things to put all over, to decorate, to label, all kinds of stuff. Some coffee dyed paper, some vellum. Got this vintage photo in here, and these, and then, oh, a vintage postcard, not a postcard, Christmas card. Well, it's a postcard Christmas card, really. You know, all your other journaling cards and stuff in there. And you've got some journaling cards in here, right? Santagram, among some other things. Okay, this is the second signature. Again, another one of those vintage cards. And we have a vintage Christmas card and some other elements here. Let's put all those back in. Put that right here. And here we have a vintage Christmas card and a bunch of other journaling cards back here. And then a few cutouts that we can put in our journal. But I think there's a lot here that you could definitely start off with. See, these illustrations are so cool. There we go. And then here again are the numbers. You want to make it a December daily. Isn't that cool? Right, here's some more of that. And here is more of the book. Bunch of little things in here. I put something in every pocket, even though it's all removable, just so that it would be full. This is a very old ledger piece of paper. This is from the Ideals catalog again. Okay, this is the vintage music paper. And let's see here, that is some of the digital paper, and then here we have a couple of these little charms. Oh, and I haven't been pointing it out, but there are charms all the way up and down on these end pages too. Some more of that. Ideals magazine. And let's see, more stuff here. And that. Okay, another piece of a magazine. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And then we have these. And I'm sure a bunch of stuff in here, of course. Yeah, there's more in there that I'm not pulling out, but you get the idea. Here. And then this is next to the last page, and there's another vintage card, and there's all kinds of stuff in here too. You guys want to just take a peek. Another vintage playing card, and then the back end we have another picture, and then we have all of that. Goes back in here. An envelope that says Rush on it. Of course, the gold on the inside too, and that is that for that. So that is all three journals. Then let's see, I also have I made these on my channel, and actually I made one, and I'm going to put these in my Etsy shop, but I'm going to put all three in. And I'll just open them up real quickly so you can see. They're just full of tabs. They've got a little journal in it. I think we did kind of a full flip through on them on my channel with all the little tabs and pockets and whatever. Anyway, I'm going to put all three on because I figured somebody may want to use them for, you know, gifts or something like that. And I don't know if it'd be worth it shipping wise for just one. So let me open that. I forgot which one I did on the channel. I think I did that one. And then I did these later. So they're very similar. A few subtle differences, but so it's got the journal part there. More tabs over there, and then more stuff on the other side. And if you're interested in how I did that, it is in my playlist. I just did it recently, so it will show up there. It's pretty easy too, so, and they're really cute, but I thought somebody may want to use that for like a, you know, maybe a gift or something. So I'm going to put all three in there together. And I think they all turned out really, really cute. So, okay, so that is going to be that. And everything will be listed in my Etsy shop. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon, guys.